and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome back to the Fair Shake Podcast. I'm your host, Felipe Savage, and with me, as always, my incredible lineup of co-hosts. Let's start without further ado, the one, the only, the captain.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Killer Ghost. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. On to the next host.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Whatever time you guys are listening to this today. Finna get mango no huevos.
Merch coming soon.
So, actually, whenever I'm walking around with this shirt, a lot of people laugh and be like, "Yo, that's hot. I like that." But so on to today's episode, we will be chopping it up, catching up, talking about video games, whatever comes to mind. And without any further ado, on to the show. So I wanted to talk to you guys about certain things. One of them being, so we got the news of the OLED Switch, right? When you had sent it to me originally, Chris, you was like, "Oh shit, look it up." I found it, and I'm like, okay, it's OLED, but is the power behind it? You understand? Because I think that now we need more than ever a stronger Switch, you know? And then not too long ago, we get the announcement of the Steam Deck, which is Steam's basically handheld PC. So given the two options, right? I'm well aware you guys own PCs and own Switches, right? Which would you get and why?
I already pre-ordered the Switch, honestly, because it was the first one I saw, so that I was already hyped for it. I like, to me, the thing, I'm a sucker for the Joy-Cons. Like the colors I have right now on mine, I'll show you guys for the YouTuber listeners. I have the like blue and orange, so it's like Mets colors. And I saw that the new one is gonna be all white, which is fire. Like, to me, that's crazy. So that already got me. And then I saw, it's not much more than the regular Switches now. So it's a bigger screen, a better screen. And then I heard also that they don't even have plans for making another one after that, like a Pro.
Mhm.
I mean, they say that now, but you never know. But if they're saying they don't have plans, I don't see it coming for another 2 years or something,
Yeah.
But if I had the money, it would be the Steam Deck because that thing, my brother, he's been on the podcast. He pre-ordered it already, the best one. So I'm waiting on his review. But that thing is crazy. Like, you could take it anywhere. I could, like, in my job, there's a monitor, obviously, with a computer, but it's like not a gaming PC, obviously. Like, I watch movies and YouTube. But if I plug the Steam Deck into the monitor, it becomes a gaming PC, basically. That's crazy. Like, I heard you could play. They say you could do anything you could do on a PC. You could bring up Game Pass if you wanted to on the Steam Deck. You could bring up what's Fortnite's main thing?
Epic Game Store.
The Epic Game Store. You could bring it up. Like, that's crazy. It's not like locked to just Steam. But like, I wouldn't go, if you're gonna get it, you have to go either the second or third version. You can't go that lowest version, which is like only I forgot how many gigs. I'll bring it up if y'all want to
honestly,
talk about something else.
That's good for someone who's getting into it at a low, just to feel the waters. But Savage, what are your thoughts on it? Which would you go, given the opportunity, for the new Switch or the Steam Deck?
So at first glance, I used to tell myself Nintendo needs a power console. I used to say it all the time over at Mind of a Savage. Like, what is Nintendo's next gen? And then I told myself, wait, but what does Nintendo have game-wise that I want to see in next gen? And then ultimately I told myself there's nothing I even want to play on it, even if it came next gen. But that's me. Personally, the OLED, it doesn't please me in the sense of, oh man, handheld mode. That's the only thing that benefits from the OLED. It's not like anything else is enhanced in the visual department of the actual docked Switch. So personally, it's not a purchase for me because I do have own a Switch already, and the hours I put on it is very very minimal. I think the OLED is for somebody that is on the I would say on the handheld majority of the time and is actually using every function to its like 10th power
Full
because
potential.
I heard that there is also a better kickstand. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too
No, there
sure,
is.
but
There is.
There is.
that maybe has to be even better to me if I did use it than the OLED screen because to be honest, one screens don't tell me anything. Like it's not gonna look any better. It might have a little bit more lights on it, might look a little bit clearer, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna play the same games you are now at the same FPS, I believe, if I'm right. Don't quote me on that. Now moving over to the swing of things with the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is something that can be potentially on the up and up. I think we're starting to hit PSP, PS Vita realms in the sense of it can be before its time because if you guys know anything, about video games, PSP was way before its time. PS Vita might have been around its time, but to be able to play the console games on that, well, the PlayStation console games on that Vita was pretty cool. So with the Steam Deck, I look to see that as a welcome mat to the PC master race, so to speak. It is gonna be like something that you got to be in there early, guys. If you want one of those Steam Decks, be in there early because look for those prices to skyrocket as soon as release happens.
eBay was through the roof. It's crazy because so since the pandemic, scalpers, right, have been abundant in every aspect of every form of entertainment, media,
Mhm.
whatever it is. When the new iPhones were coming out, right? The new iPhones was during the pandemic. People were going nuts because they couldn't get their hands on it through their carriers, right? Go to eBay. People were selling off their reservations for the phone. A couple of months later, we getting the new systems, Xbox and PlayStation. What happens through the roof? A couple of months later, my heart was broken. My PC went on back order. I ended up canceling it because I just didn't want to wait so long for the parts. You understand? All the new graphics cards, the 370s, 360s, 390s, and now the TIs that have just dropped are on the back order on scalpers. In the sense, so to your point, if you're gonna try to get this, you got to try to get it with no sleep. I had Chris help me get a PlayStation, I mean an Xbox. That's how hard it was for me to get an Xbox. You
So with
understand?
that Steam Deck is the same thing, man. You got to get ahead. If you don't get ahead on that, as Pro stated, he couldn't even get an Xbox, and
And I
that was
just
five
got
hundred
it.
dollars. And that was something that was announced like for months, a year in advance. This is something that it got
And which
announced
is
and it's
crazy
coming
because
fairly quick.
this is funny because I had my pre-order for my PS5 on Best Buy. That week I had my vasectomy surgery. I couldn't pick it up. You only get 48 hours to get it. You understand? And they were only allowing people to show up with their IDs. No marriage, no nothing. So my wife couldn't go for me. That went out the window. They refunded me my money. Amazon hit me with oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Never came. Then all of a sudden, my money went back into my account. I ended up getting it somehow back into my account. And I was like, I got to the point where like if it happens, it happens, you know. But so this is where I stand on it because you guys know I love my Switch and then I love PC gaming. I think that the first variations of the Steam Deck, let those go out. Let them build on the software for the 2.0. I just feel like it's gonna be a better handheld console later on when they fix all the kinks. You understand? The first batch, let those go out. I don't care. But the next the revisions or the remodels or whatever, I feel like that's where it's gonna be. Now, as far as the Switch or the OLED, um, pretty is nice. You understand? But sometimes you want that extra umph, like you said. You need the hardware to run the software. You understand? And I'm sorry, in this day and age, we're at the time where 60 frames is becoming standard. You understand? And anything under that, We don't want it. And people be like, oh, but 30 is not bad. It depends in the sense sometimes you want to play a game with no hiccups. Sometimes you're on multiplayer and you need that extra, that 60 is better than the 59. You'd be surprised. You understand? So now that we got the Steam Deck and the OLEDs out of the way, there's two games that have been heavily spoke about recently. Pokemon Unite and Battlefield 2042. Now, Savage and I grew up playing Pokemon. Chris grew up on playing Pokemon. Me and Savage more so competitively. Now, Chris, we have this on record on plenty of podcasts that we had. You do not like MOBAs. Will you play this Pokemon Unite?
Nah, I
Solid
won't
no.
play it. Yeah,
Okay.
I saw people playing it. It looks cool, but nah.
So he's true to his word. Not even Pokemon could get him back into the not even back, but into the realm. So Savage, your thoughts on it? Just a quick. Doesn't need to be
Yeah, so I give it a hard like out of 5. It's like 3.5 as of right now. It has a lot of upside, something that can really get the MOBA juices flowing, so to speak. It's a very entry level MOBA, ladies and gentlemen. 3 out of 5 is probably where it stands right now. Given any DLCs or updates soon, it could probably go up, but I don't think like it's something that you gotta like absolutely go and download because it is free to play. So
and it will come out on mobile
Got some-
later on in the year.
I think it's Felipe. You got some wind in the mic. Somebody has some wind. I don't know.
Is it me?
Nah, it's done now. But while you was talking,
I was
that's the
talking.
same.
no, while Felipe
I
talking
apologize.
is wind.
Am I good now? Am I good? Are we good?
So
Good
far,
to
you
me,
good?
Yeah. So yeah, basically 3.5. That's what you're getting out of me. Pokemon Unite
All right. So
Out of what?
out of
out of
5.
5.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, I thought it was out of 10. I was
So
gonna
at
say,
its
oh.
core, MOBAs will always be MOBAs. I really don't think that they change much. Because this one you're not really destroying towers, you're dunking in the sand, you're playing basketball, you're scoring goals. So nothing really is unique about it other than it's a MOBA game with Pokemon skin on it. I think that you could do that with everything. You understand? And to Savage's point, it's very level entry. But I want to speak about Battlefield 2042. This game so far is going in the right direction in so many ways. As of this recording, when you guys are listening to this, they've announced Battlefield Portal. Savage, did you get to see it?
Of course I did, brother, and
Okay.
it was shit.
So the thing about this is that for people who like making their own things, you understand why the Minecraft is so big, why the what's that game, No Man's Sky, you guys played Valheim for a while. You understand? When you could build on something and make something your own, people will enjoy it. And I guarantee you, because I think one of the creators that they showcased was Courage JD,
Yeah,
and he made some it was like
he
the
did
old
gun game basically.
some exactly, and then when you die you get a new loadout. You understand? I think that that's fun, and it puts into the game itself. Like you could inject
There's
more
so many
stuff into it.
possibilities, bro. Like,
Exactly.
did you see the one I liked is the one that it was for 2042 soldiers with all their high tech and all their stuff against 30 1942 soldiers with
Yeah.
all their old guns and stuff. So that was wavy to me, like how to see the future versus the past and stuff. Like
Mhm.
then they had the knives versus defibrillators. Like you could do anything. Like snipe. You know how Halo was, shoddy snipes, or what was the other game? In Halo that you would have, it was doubles a lot. You would be on the mongoose with the guy in the back with the rocket
Oh, with the
launcher.
racing, yeah.
Bro, there's mad
I
possibilities.
think
Like
that's good
it'll never
for them.
get boring.
I think that's good. Like I said, it's going in a good direction where it's gonna keep you entertained for a while. You understand? And I'm sorry to say this. COD right now is in a place where we don't know what's it gonna be like in a year from now, because we're way past the time of them even announcing what the new COD is. Understand? We get the new COD before the summer even shows up. We get it sometime between E3 and
There's usually a beta or alpha
there's
by now,
something. You understand?
or by August.
Trailer or something, and it's not doing what it. You
Nothing.
know, you uninstalled Warzone, and you was telling me that you're just not enjoying the game anymore. And then on the competitive scene, although it's still there, I did read, and this says a lot. They plan to keep pushing more updates for Cold War during the new COD game. You understand? So I don't know. That's shaky right there.
Yeah,
I don't want to go too far into that, but I do believe Battlefield 2042 is in a good place right now. If they continue to show us what the players that of old, you understand, the real diehard Battlefield players want to see, and they keep catering to us while engaging new players, I think is in a good position. But why do you not like the Battlefield trailer, and why you think it's shit?
I gotta be the dark horse here. I gotta be the bearer of bad news, ladies and gentlemen. It is pandemic, right? This game is built off pandemic. You see something like this Portal thing, it had to take away, resources and development team members into doing something like this. It's like, just fill Battlefield up with the regular Battlefield. I think when you start taking away members and applying, exactly, applying a whole studio to this, which is I think Riptide or something like that, to this Portal thing, I only see like it taking away from what is supposed to be. This reminds me of Fortnite, the battle royale, and then creative mode. When creative mode came out, it took a lot away from the core video game, and it took a lot of players that would play the regular battle royale and put them into a whole nother pool. And this is where it starts to make me start to believe that, okay, what is too much in this whole Battlefield? Like, okay, you have all these hurricanes and everything going on, but now you got people building stuff. I'm worried this is stressing the servers
during the game. You make it and then people play
of course. But what I'm saying is you have to put like divvy up resources for this now, right? You like, are they off the same servers? Like, is everything gonna be like colliding with each other? If one goes down, does the other go down? And then to me, I think that you have to like you make this creative mode basically, right? Where's the BR? Give me some BR. Tell me that there's a BR in there, because that's what you could have been using these guys for. Guys, if you don't know, if you are making any type of game that is a shooter based, battle royales don't have to be your main point.
I feel like
battle royales are the cherry on top. But you get up, like they say.
But you didn't hear about Hazard Zone. What if Hazard Zone's and
that's the thing. That it could be, right? That was the opening thing. We'll talk about that more later in the year, they said, right? But that's the thing. Why break this game up into so many pieces? This tends to go along the lines of, of everything that tends to break up into like dividing the player base. And now you're going to get a buff in one game that needs to now be in that game. And we got to nerf it in this game and this part of the game. And that's what I start to feel like, go ahead.
My counter to you is, why rush them? Look what happened to Cyberpunk when they got rushed.
I'm not rushing. I'm not saying they gotta give it to me now. I'm saying what if anything, I'm saying don't. No, I'm not saying that give it to me now. I what I'm trying to state is that the point is, let me dial it back. The point is, you're wasting resources playing this, making this whole Portal thing. Leave your guys all hands on deck on the focus point of the game. The 128 players in the lobby, get all hands on deck on that. If you want to fucking do a BR, do a BR. Even if you don't, it don't matter. But what I'm saying is Battlefield has been so terrible over the years because they've tried so many new things, and what they have been doing is falling flat. This Portal thing is going to end up being. Yeah, go ahead. It's all done.
A couple of weeks ago, we had played Battlefield, and I do recollect you was like, "Oh my god, this is the most fun I've had in a while."
Yeah, exactly why I'm saying I only want that part of the game.
But that's what I'm saying. What if
Portal it's just like custom lobbies?
Exactly.
That's what Portal is.
Portal captures that for you. What if Portal catches in essence, you know there's gonna be a big brain that sits there fucking night and day, right, and decides to go, man, let me make a BR in the world in that match thing, and it's fire. You understand? Because sometimes look at a lot of games that get made off of mods or remakes and stuff from a regular ass person that's just in their fucking in their basement, coding and stuff, and then they make something phenomenal. You understand? So what if somebody makes that BR experience through Portal, and you're just like, wow, this has something that I like from this game and something that I like from this game. And I love the gunplay and I love this and that. You never know. You understand? And I think that's good for the gaming economy.
I say this: the more moving parts to a game, the more possibilities of that having game-breaking stuff in it, and that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of the person that's trying to make this a sci-fi world into BR 25, 85, 95, 65, and then the game itself it falls under the pressure of everything else.
Could you say the same thing about a game like COD, that we're going back in time and we still haven't seen the game yet?
Are you talking about the new COD?
Yeah, the new one.
The Vanguard is. That's regular COD. The whole thing about COD is history repeating itself. If you guys don't know that by now, they go with what they believe works, and they will continue to cycle everything out. After this COD, World War II, expect something in the space. Expect something. It's going to continue to be the same thing over and over. COD doesn't get creative because COD is COD. It's going to make its money either way, right? But Battlefield isn't COD. Right. And Battlefield is a game that has been in the past couple of years. So you're not
excited for this game then, period?
I'm excited for the 120 player. That's what I'm saying. Keep all hands on deck on that side of the game.
So my next game I wanted to talk about was you guys have found this new game from Ubisoft that we haven't got to speak about that together, and I think this is a great time to speak about it. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I forget what it's called, but it's like Punk something.
XDefiant.
What's your thoughts on that?
Weird ass. I don't like the name, but it could have just been
XDefiant. Yeah.
It could have just been Defiant. But it looks cool. Like I like the way. I like the little. They didn't show game. Did they show gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the leak gameplay. Like that. That was pretty cool to me. It looks a lot like COD, which obviously I like. It's kind of like Overwatchy with the abilities and stuff. I hope they don't rely too much on it. They said it's a FPS first, so let's see. But I hope it looks good. Like I'm gonna try it. Obviously, I think the beta is sometime in August, early August. I'm definitely gonna try it.
Is it a free to play?
I think they said yeah. You gotta sign up for the.
You gotta sign up for the beta.
But it's gonna be a free to play. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So then I'll wait for the beta. I don't care. And you, Savage?
I'm looking forward to it.
So basically everything Killer said, this is a game that if you like Call of Duty and you like Overwatch, this is that baby. But I do want to point out that the creator, the head director of this game is somebody that did personally work on 2 previous Call of Duties and MW3 and AW, I believe. So look for the gunplay to be very Call of Duty-ish, which isn't a bad thing. I think most games can benefit off of something like that. When it comes to the aspect of you starting to throw, I wouldn't call them perks, but abilities, and which they changed Ultimate to Ultra, which is cool, I guess. It comes to the point of buffs and nerfs. And games like this, that Pro is a very huge fan of Overwatch and wants to play Overwatch too. You know what buffs and nerfs do to a video game. It can hurt you a lot and it can help you a lot. But more times than none, you shoot yourself in the foot, man. So just don't be that game.
For me, I'm not a fan of Valorant because I like the twitch and I like to move fast, but I don't like that sudden stop, shoot, move, stop, shoot, move. I just don't have that kind of dexterity and that kind of how you say patience and being able to play that way is not for me. But I will say, it's basically COD Valorant. That's how I would say. Now, in I don't know if you guys, because I know Chris is not a huge fan of horror or anything, but there are a few horror games that are coming out. Fatal Frame is coming back to the Switch, and I don't know if you ever played that game before, if you're even interested, but the game that I'm highly interested in, and we did get a review trailer for it. It's called Dead Space Remake. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
My so my brothers are huge Dead Space fans. My little one and Steven that's been on this podcast. So they're hyped for it. I liked watching people play, watching them play it. I don't know which one was it that had the multiplayer that you could like fight each other. I think it was 3. That was pretty fun.
I forgot.
But I'm happy that it's coming back. It had a good fan base. It has a good story, good lore. Like, I don't mind it. I'm not gonna buy it, but I know I'm gonna have to. My brother, both of them, they're gonna buy it. So.
And you, Savage, are you into that?
I've never played Dead Space before, and I'm a person that really is very simple when it comes to video games. And if I didn't play it before, I'm definitely not going to play it now because it didn't call me then, and I don't think a remaster is going to call me at all. And a remake, excuse me, it's not going to call me at all due to the fact that, one, I'm kind of a little tired of remakes and remasters and this and that. Give us some new IPs. Give us some new stuff, man. Like, I get it. People are nostalgia warriors, and that's all they want is, oh man, I want to be a child again. I want to be a child. I want to be 5 again. Yeah. No, I'm tired of that, dude. Give me something new. Yeah, like, dude, so, I'm tired of it.
So on that front, we do have new stuff in a different part of media and entertainment. We have new music now. RIP to one of the best up and coming rappers. He was definitely changing the game. He had a great flow. Pop Smoke. Now he has a new album that just came out with plenty features in it. I don't know how you feel about him, Chris, but I know Savage listens to music a lot. And to be honest, I'm not happy with this album. I feel that it shouldn't have been made. Using samples of things that didn't work and worked on his behalf was more of a cash grab for the people that actually buy albums. I have Apple Music, so I listen to everything unlimited, but half those people on that album shouldn't even belong there. You understand? I personally don't think that he'd collab with any of them, and it's a shame that, in my opinion, this is not his best body of work. So if you have listened to it, guys, do you have any thoughts about it? And would you be listening to it if not?
Personally, I again, as Pro said, RIP Pop Smoke first and foremost. Like, there, he as an artist was very, very. I don't want to call him ahead of his time, but he was somebody that came out at the perfect timing. You know, he had the perfect flow, the perfect he had it all. He had the package of a rapper, you know what I mean? So that was great, you know. But I found it weird when I seen all the features because there are a bunch of interviews with Pop Smoke that says, "Hey, I don't really fuck with anybody." Excuse my language, younger viewers, but he literally says it in his interviews. Like, I don't really mess with nobody because people are fake. And I'm not saying that the people on this album are fake.
The Dua Lipa feature, Demeanor, it was just, I was like, what is this? What am I listening to?
It just reminded me of something that's like, you know, you wanna, when somebody passes, you wanna like fill their wishes, right? And one of them was, he literally stated, "I don't mess with people. I don't ask for features. I don't do that. I do my own thing." You know? So that's where it came to me. It's like, I don't know about the album. Overall, I listened to it. I feel like it's good music. Is it the best music ever? I still like his old stuff better. But hey, it's each own.
And then by this time, we also have the Kanye West album that's dropping. And you know, his last album was heavily behind religious tones. There's no denying it. He wanted people to hear it in that manner. Will you guys be listening to this album? If
No,
you guys,
I haven't been a Kanye fan in a long time. So
okay, I still think Life of Pablo is probably still his best body of work before anything previous. Well, anything after that was shit. But I hope that this is a good album. Now, just to button this all up, summer's here. Is about to be midway of summer. I went to the movies. I seen Fast 9, and I'm gonna be honest. When the time comes that we gotta watch all these fucking movies, I'm probably just gonna read reviews of them shits, or so not, because I will not put I cannot endure Fast and the Furious. It is just too ridiculous. They're the Avengers of cars. Sorry. Now,
but Avengers is actually good.
I fucking hate you. So, movies to look out for that I think are gonna be a hit will be, okay, A Quiet Place 2, Pig from Nicolas Cage, and we just got announced. Well, we just didn't get announced, but we got what's this guy's the director from Get Out. He just announced his movie Nope. So if you guys haven't watched Get Out, I recommend you guys check it out. It's a great film. Now the big misses for me are Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe, summer flick. I don't know. Space Jam. I don't know about LeBron, but congrats to him. He's the first basketball player to ever reach $1 billion net worth.
Awesome.
Black Widow, I'm hearing a lot of bad things about it.
I heard the opposite, but okay.
I heard a lot of bad things about it, but what I'm hearing about it, the person who really stole the show was some girl, Yavanka something.
The blonde girl.
Her and what's this guy's name? Harbor.
Yeah.
I hear that he wants to do either a film where in his younger days, or him getting to, behind the scene of what happened to Black Widow. Old, I don't know how I feel about that. That's from my boy M. Shyamalan. Basically, they're on the beach. He's on, they start out young, and for whatever reason they turn out old. But the film that everybody's talking about and everybody can't wait for, but they hope that is a good film, is Dune. It got pushed back several times. The book is out if you guys haven't read the book. If you guys are much readers. So if you guys have anything to say for these last 4 minutes, feel free, speak.
Yeah, so one is staying on movies real quick. A couple honorable mentions that if you have, they're already out, and if you have not seen them, give them a watch. Definitely Luca is one of those child-friendly movies, but it does hit the hearts of some adults. There's a little bit of controversy behind Luca as well. There are some people that do believe that this is Disney's first same-sex relationship, which was confirmed by the director that it's not. But hey, you could take it any way you want. It is a movie. Also, if you guys have not seen the Fear Street series, it is becoming the Marvel's Avengers of horror movies. I want y'all to know that I watched these movies and they are phenomenal. Listen, I want to give a huge shout out to the writer of that show, because she really wrote some of these characters into ways that you can see that it does have the potential to be that. So yeah, Fear Street, there's 3 parts on Netflix now. Also, I know this is a kind of a little bit back there, but Without Remorse, guys, if you have not seen that by now, that's another phenomenal flick. And Army of the Dead with Batista, that is another solid movie to watch. Over to the music side of things, Kanye West is having a listening party concert that he is giving full access to some content creators. Aiden Ross is one of them. If you guys know who Aiden Ross is, he is a Twitch streamer, very, very popular at this current time. And he is somebody that, you know, go follow him, because you might get, you know, some hot takes on what Kanye's new album does sound like. Over to gaming really quick, if I can touch on this, because we are 2 minutes. We are 2 minutes out. There are games in the pipeline that are coming for Xbox Game Pass. Look for The Ascent. The Ascent is a cyberpunk style, top-down Diablo style
roguelike
video game that looks to be somewhat promising to Diablo fans. So look out for that, and look out for one of Pro's favorites. And how do I know this? Because this guy wouldn't stop talking about this game when we were younger. Psychonauts 2 is on the verge of coming out as well. Look for Hades, a very good game, almost potentially won Game of the Year last year. That is also coming to Game Pass. This podcast is not sponsored by any of these platforms, but guys, go give them a look. Enjoy yourselves. You guys already know the deal. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know, have a good night, have a good day, get going, because I know you got this. And ladies and gentlemen, goodbye.